This episode of Venture is brought to you by DLA Piper. With lawyers in more than 40 countries, DLA Piper is positioned to provide legal services around the world.
When you say you're looking at companies and technologies that are making a huge impact in the industry, does that mean looking at companies that maybe have already gone through like seed stage, Series A stage, like you're looking at companies that have already kind of proved themselves?
Yeah, so out of the fund, we're generally investing in companies that are 2 to 15 million in revenue. Okay. So we really like to see a proof of concept in the market before we invest, and that's, we generally define that by that revenue stage. Mm-hmm. In our accelerator program, which really isn't even an accelerator because it really is for later stage companies, we are looking for companies that have at least national scale. So they don't necessarily have to have revenue, but they at least need to have figured out product market fit, and they're on a platform that's nationwide. And what our job is, what we focus on, is help connect customers to the companies and introduce the industry to those new innovations that are starting to take place.
Was there some disconnect between that technology and the user?
What we really like to do is find companies that are innovating almost outside of our industries and look to bring those inside. We know that there's a tremendous amount of opportunity within our industries, and we work with companies that maybe are new to the industry, or maybe the technology is new to the industry. We help them gain credibility within the industry, help get them connected within, to executives and corporations within the industry, help them establish that credibility, and then expand with beyond as well.
What are you seeing? What is going on in the real estate market right now?
So I think that the big things that we see, and again, there's a lot of companies that are very specific to real estate, but we kind of take the approach of, what are the larger trends in the macro market that are happening, and then how are they applicable to real estate? And so, certainly some of the things that we're seeing are, artificial intelligence. There's this kind of concept of jobs to be done with a capital D, and how jobs are getting replaced by, it might be robots, but it might just be artificial intelligence that's making decisions, chatbots, things like this. Another one is this notion of the interconnected world. And so there's more than 7 billion devices that are connected on the internet today. That's projected to be about 50 billion by 2020. And it's everything from things like from automobiles to wearables, your Fitbits, and of course, into real estate and into the home. So, one interesting example is you can, approach your home, and the garage door will go up, and the lights will go on, and the shades will go down or up, depending on the time of day, and the music will turn on, adjusted to the mood that it senses by the thing on your wrist, and you walk in, and the picture on the wall is also, switches according to that same mood. And so all these things exist today, and what we're seeing in terms of a trend is that homes, whether that's in the multifamily or in the single family, are selling for more and selling faster, that are smart home enabled, than those that are not. And we're also starting to see this trend emerge in the office space as well, whether it's temperatures going up or down in a personal office, or just being able to walk in the door of your front, the front office, or the turnstiles, or things like this. But smart technology is really making an impact on where you work and live.
Click to subscribe and see more at builtworlds.com.